Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters. Happy Sabbath to you. And it's just another video headed out to camp. Brother Ananias, once again, want to give all praise and glory, honor to the Most High God of Israel. Through the strength and guidance of his son, Christ, the Black Messiah, for his strength and his sacrifice, for his example of a righteous sacrifice, you know? Now, as you know, and as many of you who are in this truth know, that being in this truth is not an easy walk. It's not a cakewalk, you know? You gotta put off all the things that you were accustomed to knowing and learning. You gotta put off all the things that you were accustomed to doing on a daily basis. You got to put off all manner of wickedness in order to reach the kingdom, to be a righteous individual, to strive to be righteous, you know? You're not going to get it all in one day. You know, you're not going to have the understanding all in one day. You're not going to be able to shake all of your evil and your wickedness all in one day. Because when you was out in the world, you didn't know what was right and what was wrong. That's all you knew was the saying, right, wrong. But you didn't actually understand what was right and wrong. But nonetheless, you had to cut it all out because you knew, because the Lord called you into this truth, nonetheless, excuse me. But you knew you had to cut some things out and you had to change your ways. Basically, you had to put that old man to rest, put him to death. And as my brother Benaiah said, you got to have a ceremony for that man, for that old man, that man of sin. Even though those thoughts or that old man consistently be popping his head up every now and then. Because it's a constant struggle, it's a constant battle that we have to endure, that we got to fight to the end, you know? I know you all have heard that saying, you won the battle, but you haven't won the war. Each time that you resist the temptation, that old man from coming back to full surface, just realize you won a battle. You haven't won the war. Because just as Christ was tempted in the wilderness, he was tempted for a season, meaning he was going to be constantly tempted. But not every day, not all the time, but in due season. Just like it says in Ecclesiastes, it's a time and a season for everything. Time to love, to hate, you know, things of that nature. I'm not gonna go into it because I don't have it right in front of me and I don't want to say something out of place. But it's a time and a place for everything, and it's a season for everything. For you to be up, for you to be down, for you to be winning, for you to be losing. For you to be learning, building yourself up. To have those low moments when you're vulnerable. But while you're building yourself up, when you hit those vulnerable times or seasons, that's when the scriptures, that support system, that foundation that you have been building on comes into play. You know? And in order to do that, you have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice a lot in this truth. And like I was saying the other day to the brothers, you know, anything you want in life, you're going to have to sacrifice. Even on a carnal standpoint. But how much more being in this truth? Think about it. You want that money, you got to put in work. You got to set your clocks so that you get up at the right time to be able to make it to work or to your own business, to stick to a schedule, to be disciplined. in order to make that money. You want to become bigger, stronger. You have to sacrifice a few things. Instead of going home and jumping in front of a TV or just going to the damn McDonald's or the Burger King, you got to sacrifice that. Even though it may seem good, taste good, you got to sacrifice that for the greater good. You want to become bigger, stronger, you got to cut that out. It may seem good. It might even be something that you've been accustomed to doing all your life. But in order to make change, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to be willing to give up certain things in order to push forward. So like I was saying, in order to get bigger or stronger, you got to cut out certain foods. You know? You got to cut out certain foods, change your diet. You got to come up with a whole new schedule. Beforehand, you might not have ever went to the gym, went to the track to run. But you say, hey, I'm going to make a conscious decision to build myself up, to make myself better. In order to do so, you have to change. You have to make a sacrifice. So it's the same thing being in this truth. You say, hey, it used to seem good to go out and shop, to go out and take my family to a nice restaurant on the weekend, on Saturday. But you understand now, going to do so is breaking the Sabbath, and that's worthy of being put to death. So you realize that now you do better. You strive to do more. You say, to hell with taking my family out to go get a meal, because I don't want myself nor my family to be put to death for breaking the Lord's Sabbath. Beforehand, I had no idea. Just like when you was eating at McDonald's, you had no idea of the pollutants, of the dangers of eating it on a constant. Not understanding that it's not even real food. Not understanding that it's processed food. And the damage that is caused by eating that processed food on a constant basis. But now when you do a little research because you want to change your life, you want to do better with your life, you want to do more, you start to learn more and understand what you were doing beforehand was killing you. Just like coming into this truth. You used to go out shopping, going to work, spending your money, doing all manner of wickedness, didn't even know it was wickedness. Just thought it was a good time. But you found out by doing research and the Lord bringing you into this truth, you realize I got to make changes. Not only for myself, but for my household. And I got to start living the life that I teach now. You know? So you have to make a sacrifice, and that's a righteous sacrifice. Though it's small, it's still a righteous sacrifice. Why? Because you sacrificing your life for the Lord, just as he did for the nation of Israel. So in hindsight, you kind of living your life like Christ, to build yourself up in the spirit, where you are willing and ready to give your life for your people, to help them. Not as if you can die for their remission of sins. Nah, you die for the cause. You know? You dying daily from the wickedness of this world through repentance, learning, building, pushing, striving, enduring for the kingdom, for the nation of Israel, knowing what's at stake. This is why you do what you do every day, dying every day, sacrificing your time, your energy, your emotions, you know, even friends and family, you know, from doing the same things that you were accustomed to doing all your life, thinking that it was right. But you said, to hell with that. I'm gonna make a righteous sacrifice, a living sacrifice for the Lord. having faith in him as a rewarder, having faith in the Most High, that by reading his word and understanding what is promised to his people, by me keeping the commandments and teaching my brothers and sisters to keep the commandments and holding them to that, it's a reward at the end, and that's something that's well pleasing to the Lord. Understand it. That's enough for me. I don't need the millions of dollars of this world. I don't need that. That doesn't delight me. That doesn't give me a satisfaction of completion. That's wickedness. If my people still struggling, still lost as hell, my job is not done. So I guess until Christ cracked that sky, I got work to do. And I'm gonna continue sacrificing my life every day. I don't give a damn about going to no damn job every day. Yes, I know I got to do it, but that don't excite me at all. Well, I guess I should be looking at it from a different perspective. Wow, I done missed my turn. Crunk, but it's all good. I should be looking at it from a different window, through a different lens. If I got an opportunity to go to a job, that means I have another opportunity to hopefully reach another brother or sister, to uplift them, to bring this truth to them. You know? Maybe I have another opportunity to do that. That's how I should start looking at it. But nonetheless, a job is just a job. But I make that sacrifice to go make that money to be able to pay bills and a lot of other things. But nonetheless, making a sacrifice each and every day, building my spirit up, teaching my brothers and sisters everything that I know according to these scriptures. Striving to wake my people up, trying to learn more. Because the Bible is a never-ending story, a never-ending book that just keeps unraveling, keeps unfolding right before my eyes each and every day, making things to manifest right before me. Excuse me. But I know, I know things must happen. And I'm just gonna continue to do my part. I can only worry about the things that, well, not even worry. I can only focus on the things that I can control. And that's me. What can I do in this truth? How can I put my brick in? How can I uplift the next brother? How can I save the next sister? Through the scriptures. So I'm gonna continue to build, I'm gonna continue to read, put forth that energy for my people, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, who were scattered throughout the four corners of the world. How I'm going to reach them? Hey, I don't know. When will it end? I don't know. Will I make it to the kingdom? I don't know. I put it in the Lord's hand. I have faith in him and his word, that what he spoke shall come to pass. And all I know is I want to be on the good side. I want to be on his, I want to find favor in his eye. I want to be on the good side. And Lord willing, I'll be one of the individuals that make it to the kingdom, along with my family and my brothers in this truth. You know, I've never had so much passion about anything in my life. You know, where I was willing to give my life for it. Where the things of this world didn't matter anymore. You know, I don't give a damn about going to the movies. I don't even give a damn about getting on a plane trying to vacation anymore. Trying to have the fanciest car, the biggest house. I don't care about that. Because if my people don't have it, we don't have it as a whole. If we destroy it as a people, as a nation, what good is that? I'm getting mad just thinking about it now. Your brothers and sisters, our brothers and sisters, don't know who the hell they are. Homes are broken. Every week you turn on the news, the damn police, the other nations gunning our brothers down. I turn on the news every day, I see our brothers and sisters gunning each other down. When will the madness end? I don't know. But I do know nothing will change unless we are willing to make that righteous sacrifice. To go out day in and day out, to wake our brothers and sisters up, to seal the hopeful elect throughout all the tribes of the world. I mean, the tribes of the nation of Israel. Excuse me. Things will not change until the elect are sealed. So I got to continue to push day in and day out to go and wake up that lost remnant. Then the Lord gonna do what he do. But if the brothers and sisters who are supposed to be in this truth are not pushing or pulling their weight, nothing's going to change. If we all coming up with excuses as to why we can't be that living sacrifice, nothing's going to change. When you seeing your family members, your friends getting gunned down, killed, and you ain't willing to put in that work constantly, don't expect change. You can expect more mourning, more lamentation. You know? But I'm going to continue to sacrifice until the Lord pull me away from it. And I don't care what nobody got to say. I don't give a damn about none of this. I don't give a damn. I'm going to push forward. And if you really love the Lord like you say you would, you have the same mindset. You wouldn't be out trying to live or be in this world anymore, knowing it ain't nothing but a earth or world full of wickedness. I mean, damn. Everybody got their own walks of life, but we all know what's at stake if you in this truth. If the Lord was willing to bring you into this truth, don't take it lightly. Continue to push. Go harder than you ever went in your life for anything. Just remember how hard you was going for foolishness, for them damn Christmas gifts, for them birthday gifts, for a damn Halloween, 4th of July. How much harder you got to go for the Lord? 10 times harder. 10 times. That's way harder than you ever worked to get on that football team, that basketball team, to pass that damn exam. 10 times harder than going to the gym, running miles for vanity. All of it had no purpose. No purpose. You were not exemplifying, you were not building your people. There was nothing beneficial about the things that we used to do in this world. All of it was hell bent on having a good time, having fun. Vanity. How can you be out being trying to have fun when your people getting gunned down? When your people living in the worst conditions? When they love to be lied to and love to lie. They love to rob and steal and kill each other. What good is a vacation when your people out there getting high, blowing their minds away? Kids, 11, 12 years old, committing suicide. What good is it? I used to be part of that. Walking to and fro in this earth, void of information, lacking information, lacking knowledge, understanding, discernment. But I give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High for waking me up and building me up. He years ago, I didn't have half the mindset I have now. All I had was a worldly outlook on life. Try to get money, try to raise a family in a wicked way, trying to have a good time, following the traditions of man with these damn wicked holidays. And like all of us, we messed up. But the Lord allowed us, or allowed me, to go through those situations so I would be able to speak against it, to understand the wickedness involved in it. So I would be able to give understanding to the young and to the old concerning this world and the things therein. The average person ain't got no sense, no understanding. They don't know why they do the things that they do, why things happen. They always looking at the fruit of the problem rather than looking at the root. You know, being beguiled, being tricked, being lied to by the serpent who is ruling this world. Through the vain lies and glory of what's portrayed or pushed or promoted through the TV, through media. But the Lord allowed me to go through these things. He allowed me to live, because I should have been put to death, just like many of us who are watching this video. But He allowed you to wake up to this truth. Lord willing, you put real energy into doing what's required of you. Stop sitting on your ass. Stop making excuses. What else you gonna do with your life? Make that righteous sacrifice. Not only for yourself, for your family, for your nation of people, but for the Most High. For His Son. And I hope you are edified. Lord willing, I pray for my people only. The nation of Israel, day in and day out. And as long as the Lord allow me to have breath in my lungs, I'm going to continue to strive and fight for you. Because I love you. And I'm Brother Ananias, and I'm out, and I say shalom.